Hey, this is an overview of the AI labeling feature. So if you manage large datasets, especially with image, audio, or even bounding boxes, AI labeling can save you a lot of time by automating much of the labeling work. Let's walk through the essentials. First, what is exactly AI labeling here? What does it do? So it's a feature that lets you use pre-built AI models, whether they are large foundation model or even your own models, to label automatically data samples. For instance, you might need to identify some objects in an image or mark specific part of an audio file. You can set different labeling actions. You can choose models, customize your prompts or your parameters. You can define filters for each actions to tailor the labeling of your need. We pre-package for you several pre-built AI labeling blocks like the old VIT model for object detection, a series of GPT-4o blocks for image and bounding box relabeling. Each of those blocks are hosted on GitHub for transparency, so feel free to have a look. And they're accessible if you want to use them or customize them. Please note that some of the blocks require a specific API key to interact with the other service, such as the OpenAI API key if you want to use a ChatGPT 4o, or Hugging Face when the models will run on Hugging Face. If your projects call for something pretty unique, Edge Impulse lets you create also custom blocks. We'll see that later in the video. This feature is available for everyone. Only Enterprise Plan will be able to create custom labeling blocks. Note that you can chain also several AI labeling blocks together, such as if you want to use the old VIT to first detect object in an image and then use the GPT-4o to relabel. So you can go into complex data pipelines or data labeling pipelines. The configuration process is pretty simple. You can start by going to the data acquisition section and then go to the AI labeling tab, select your block, and then fill the configuration. We have a preview button, which is pretty handy if you want to preview small subset of your dataset to make sure your prompt and configuration are correct. And then once you're happy with it, you can add a few metadata and label your own dataset. Let's go through a quick example on how to use one of the source code, push it to your organization, and then use it to label images from an existing project inference. Let's go. So if you want to create a custom AI labeling block, such as in this organization where I don't have any, the easiest is probably to go and start from an existing one. So let me copy, for example, the AI labeling using existing AI projects in terminal. I can check the parameters.json. I can eventually edit it if needed. So here it's an AI action block. Once I'm happy with the block, I can just use Edge Impulse block init. And I'm going to push that to the developer relation team. Developer relation. Then I can do Edge Impulse block push. Okay, great. Now it should be available in my AI labeling. And I can use it in a project. Find my projects, microscope, AI labeling. Okay, so I don't have any images yet in this project. But for example, on this one, if I want to select a source project, I'm going to select the microscope one. Okay, now what I want to do is probably to guide you through the default project. So it's a project that has been using a microscope like the one I've got here in my hand where my phone is connected onto it. I've got several classes, cotton stem, epidermis onion, housefly leg, unknown, and wood stem. Now, if I'm going back to my original project, so the one with AI labeling, I don't have any data. So what I will do is to connect my phone. Maybe, okay, so here's my phone. Can give access to the camera, and I will collect some data. So here is the microscope, can capture, and the data should arrive immediately. I'm going to capture a few images. Here, this. Let me collect some more images. Okay. And I'm going to change the pad. Here is another one that is epidermis onion. Going to capture a few images as well. Eventually, I'll capture some unknown ones. Okay, great. Am I building an object detection project? No. And if I go back to the AI labeling, here the labels that I collected the data with were associated to image. And I'm also going to add unknown. Here I've got some preview data. I can change them based on what I want. I'm going to pick on label preview data. It will run my original project's inference to try to classify those data. Housefly leg, housefly leg, housefly leg, unknown epidermis onion. Once I'm happy with it, I can set a metadata eventually, and I can click on label all. Let's wait for a few seconds. And once it will be done, hopefully my dataset will be fully labeled. Job complete. I go back to my dataset. I've got 3 unknown images, 9 housefly legs. This one has been mislabeled. I can edit the label directly. And the other ones. Here we go.